Hello everybody.
It's your pal Brian. Yes, my
Sea Wind is still in pieces. I refuse to rebuild it until I get home.
oh, first things first, shout out to Sand Crab for catching the vintage Sea Wind on sale, and congratulations Dale for getting same. You can see just a little bit on here where the crack was. Yeah, you're right, George. It stings, but it's funny because when you talk to golfers, they all go that golf is a parable for life. You know, some days are diamonds, some days are stones, some days are good, some days are bad. Well, every endeavor, sports-wise, is a allegory for life. I used foam tack on here. It tends to work the best, and unless you just study it, yeah, I was able to get all the parts and pieces. The canopy just busted off and busted apart. Oddly enough, the dashboard flew off and the back and the passenger seat flew off. I was looking for another man. I had one at one point in time, but I must have used it on something else. Well, good morning everybody. It is the first day of spring, and of course Florida, we've been enjoying that for about the last month. We only have a 90-day winter. Wild thing about it, shout out to the rowdies. Howdy ho. Your old pal Brian's out of here in about, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. We'll be heading out to our first destination. Shout out to the girls, Gretchen and Cynthia. Great flying. I think Cynthia accused Gretchen of being a maniac in the air, and man, I wish the girls would come down here and tutor me. I am perennially rusty. I don't fly every day. I used to fly, gosh, I'd come down here and fly 15 times in a day or so. Crazy. Oh, look at the lake, it's beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry, that one lady isn't out here, Kathy, smoking, but I'm afraid that's what is going to take her. What else? Oh, back to George. Yeah, thank you for your condolences, because we both have a great love for this transformer-looking aircraft. This will most likely be my last flight for the season here. I don't want to risk tearing anything else up, and let's be honest, if I drill this thing today, I have a whole fresh one back at the house that I never fly. The wheels are permanently attached, not permanently, but the wheels are attached to it. Had a blast yesterday with my lovely wife. We took a bonus day just together, and that was fun. I think my buddy's gone. I'm gonna use his boat. Yeah, we blew off the balance of the day. When did we? Probably right after lunch. Oh, beautiful.
Welcome to HTX. Switch warning. Throttle 0 volts.
But yeah, we had just an amazing evening yesterday, just hanging out and enjoying each other's company, as we have been,
Low battery.
as they say, want to do.
Telemetry lost. Low battery. Telemetry recovered.
I need to re-glue my Free Sky antennas back in place. It knocked the fool out of this thing, but luckily the kinetic energy was basically dissipated.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
By knocking the fool
Telemetry lost.
out of that canopy.
Telemetry recovered. Telemetry lost.
Swamping.
12.6 volts. Telemetry recovered.
Let's wade out here. Yes, there are alligators. There are alligators everywhere. Unlike Australia and other places, they just don't want anything to do with you. Now that little camera right there was completely submerged. That's actually the 3rd, 4th, or 5th time that camera's been submerged. So we have, we do not, oh yeah we do, nice and quiet. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Throttle active. Throttle active.
Taking off. No wind today. Yeah, Rick, you expertly observed that I had
11.9 volts.
landed into the wind, but what you might not see in the 2x of my adventures, 2x speed, is it wouldn't turn around for me on the lake. And usually what I'll do is just do what I did, but I misjudged my speed coming in and whacked that damn thing. And it hurt my feelings for a minute because it was pristine. You know what? It's still pretty close to pristine. Yeah, you're right, George. We aren't going to crash them unless we fly them. And sitting at the house ain't going to do you no good. They will reintroduce this thing probably for a third time. You know, those molds I heard cost a fortune. You know, let's say each plane cost you 200 grand to bring to fruition. You know, we put a lot of S on Horizon, but I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they do so well most of the time, and then when they screw up, you know, it's that whole human nature thing, you know. Everybody yells at the government, but just about every person I've heard yelling about the government has not participated in the government. Funny how that works. You're like, man, this is just stupid. Y'all ought to do it this way, and no, that's not how that works at all. Yeah, people are quick to criticize and slow to compliment. But yeah, the same thing with Horizon. I had to come to grips with the fact that actually Horizon's pretty damn cool. And it's just when they boner one up that makes us feel bad. Keep her out of the trees. Back to you, George. Sorry to hear about your. I think you had mentioned this before, the passing of your stepmom. You and I are kindred spirits in that measure, and that actually I don't have a stepmom. I was 45 or some crap when my dad remarried, or 40. But lovely lady, also Southern, and but much like you though, better on the second time around there, Dad. God rest in peace. Yeah, much better the second time around. And it's nice that she left you a little honorarium, and I hope you spend it on something completely trivial and something that she would appreciate. So, and sorry you're dealing with bureaucracy. It's horrifying. I will say this though, whenever I would get contacted about a relative's death, generally I wondered how much it would cost me, because they don't even have enough to bury themselves. Yeah, that's the life I come from. They don't even have enough to bury themselves. So not only do you suffer the loss of a loved one, but also you got to pay for their expenses. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the world I come from. I come from a world of whiskey tango, white trash.
11.6 volts.
And every time I try to rise above it by doing something better and making accomplishments, Whiskey Tango will find a way to look me up. Yes, it will. Well, this is the remaden, because I actually rebuilt this thing, which there's only like 4 pieces. So rebuilding it boiled down to throwing the carcass of the other one away. I'm talking about when I rebuilt it 2 or 3 years ago. And getting the stickers off of it, because these things don't come with decals, those jerk faces. So I actually had to deftly remove the decals and put them on here. Yeah, this is what you don't want to do, right? Chow. She just wags like a dog. Beautiful. I tested it this morning, and I noticed that the all the control surfaces worked, but the rudder was deflected about 20 degrees. I'm like, man, what is going on here? I mean, how did I, and I'm looking down there and the servo's still there. The servo had been knocked loose, so it was sitting up about 20 degrees in its little holder. So I went ahead and re-glued it in with yet more foam tack, and yeah.
11.6.
Icon. What else? Oh, just getting excited. We're close to leaving. I think I'm done with the George deal. Yeah, sorry about your bureaucracy. Sorry about your stepmom's passing. Oh, Wink Martindale. Wink Dinkerson was that part of a Saturday Night Live skit with Chevy Chase or something? I don't know. Oh, Wink Dinkerson, George, was the joking name of a skit by, roll your dice, roll your drums. Let's see if you've got it yet, George. So there was a Cheech and Chong skit that, and I don't remember the name of it, but the guy was to guess door number 1, 2, or 3, and the MC of that fake skit was Wink Dinkerson, which was a play on probably Wink Martindale from the game shows of the day. What do you think? Are we going to go ahead and do that? I think we're there, George. In memory traces. I told you, man, something weird's happening to me. Since I retired, it freed up a hell of a lot of RAM, and my memory is just working tremendously. My flight skills have not, but memory is working great. So yeah, no dings on the wings, no nothing. You can't tell it's been crashed. Yeah, it knocked the windscreen completely off, the spare seat, the dashboard. I actually had to walk back down here and find the dashboard. Turns out I'd pulled one of these apart before so I could FPV it, which turned out to be not so good. I got 1 drop of water. By the way, my camera on my plane here, oh man, you can sink it, submerge it. Well, you do that with a 5.8 cam, and it's going to kill it completely. And that's what happened. The one and only time I FPV'd this one. I did a whole deal for it. I had a whole rotating, servo-driven head tracking deal, the whole deal. But man, oh man, turns out not so much. One of the things I'm trying to evaluate right now is I don't know if I see as well at distance. These implants that I have allow me to read without glasses. I'm supposed to have, and I appear to have, good middle range vision, and then pretty adequate long range. I used to fly all the way over that hill in the distance, all the way over there, and I forget the distance. It's like 200. I don't know. It's a ways, but I don't seem to be able to get quite as far there these days. I've ran around a bunch, but let's kind of tighten up what we were discussing. One, rowdies. So pleased to be able to bring a little, I don't know if this is considered joy, listen to me ramble on, but anyway. Yeah.
11.1 volts.
Bring a little light in your life. George, sorry about your situation, but glad you got those Nashtown folks doing your bidding, and I imagine it sounds like a $400 job is what it sounds like, or a $500 job tops that they're dinking you for. What else? There's no wind, but let's do a loop anyway. There's a little loop.
10.9 volts.
These are the shorty batteries. Yeah, glad you're getting that resolved. Oh, and yeah, you took delivery of a new jet, so that's cool. Can't wait to see that thing up in the air. A friend of mine I may mention or have mentioned in the web forums has a A10 Warthog UMX exactly like mine. He bought a lot, quote unquote, a lot of stuff. So what he is doing is in there was a already broken nose version of the A10 Warthog UMX, the OG version, just like mine.
11 volts.
And that I think is going to be fun to fly around Presque Isle. I got excited and I ordered $25 worth of batteries from China, not realizing that it's going to be, excuse me, St. Swithin's Day before I actually take delivery of the damn things. But it's been 6 years since I flew my last one. I went out there and rolled it around the other day just to see if those Thunder Power batteries were going to be available. No. After about 2 minutes, man, and it did an LVC, and that would actually kill the those Warthogs don't do so well crashing, the little ones, even probably the big ones. I don't know.
10.9 volts.
So ordered new batteries, but I don't know if they're going to be here before I get up there with my buddy in Illinois that's giving it to me. Actually, since it's just us on here, it's Anthony. It's very kind of him thinking of me. He knows I like the Warthog. He says he'll never fly it. It's what I did with my other OG, brand new Icon A5, the UMX. I somehow got it, I forget how, and oh, I know how. It was given to me by Horizon. Horizon had screwed up and didn't provide you everything you need to do to put a new board in my first UMX Timber, and sent me a new one. This is, I don't know, 10 years ago. Yeah, really nice of them. Must have a little breeze. Yeah, I gave that to, mailed that to Steven. He is just so lovely. He's given me a bunch of stuff, and I just couldn't stand it. And the OG was sitting. I mean, I could have kept it for posterity, but hell, I don't fly the OG. The UMX was sitting in the box, and I'm like, man, I ain't gonna fly that dang thing, and I don't fly the one I have. And he was admiring it. He still hadn't flown it. He told me the other day. I go, yeah, well, that's all right. At least that thing ain't sitting around my house. I don't mind these bigger ones sitting because eventually what I just did to this one will happen terminally. Yeah, I'm a scale guy. I don't like looping these things. It just doesn't look right, you know. I think I told y'all a long time ago, we all are using these tools for different purposes, but we're using the same tools. So the purpose I use this for is to relax and enjoy life and not challenge myself. I've been challenged enough in this life. Flying these things is not my idea of enjoying life. I'm sorry, flying these things, you know, recklessly. You know, God bless the rest of you that like to do whirly, you know, loop-de-doos and rusty trombones, but I'm not into that. Not at the cost of losing airframes. That's what would happen to me. Sure enough, what would happen to me. Icon, wagging its tail the whole time. Yeah, you're right, George. A lot of guys would go ahead and just jam those carbon fiber spars up inside there, but I just never did. I will say this, though. When I put this bitch back together, I had done so with 3 toothpicks and about a whole small tube of foam tack. So if it breaks, and I've broken these things more than once, it'll break in a different area. Had that happen. We can still smell the fires. They do prescribe burning this time of year. California does not because, well, let's be honest, it's California. What do they say? California known to cause, what is it? Oh, cancer known to cause California. Something like that. I love it. This chemical has been known to cause California the state of cancer, I think is how the joke goes. Yeah, I wish I'd have brought two. Oh, there's an osprey in the distance. Not the twin engine one, but an actual fish hawk. All right, I'm gonna have to land properly this time. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Redeeming? Yeah. What a beautiful plane, despite its owner.
10.5 volts.
Yep, she is back, and couldn't be more happy. So, in review, leaving. Gretchen and Cynthia are amazing pilots. It is wildly appreciated to have your condolences, George, but we're back up and running. I'm out of here very soon. Sunday, we're hitting the road. Can't wait. We have what I think I've mentioned on more than one occasion, tremendous hitch. We're wanting to be on the road.
10.6 volts.
How long before I drop this phone in the water? Come on, man. I'm trying to get cheesecake photos. Gotta help me out. There we go. Man, that's a nice one. Brown chicken, brown cow. Yeah, everything's put back together. But yeah, I wish all the very best. And again, as always, thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, AMRC. Alex, see ya.
Hello, everybody.
What? 2 blathers and nonsense in one day? Well, let's be honest. It comes to you at no cost. Yeah, I need to start running the batteries out of these things. I sure do. We are, I will not be flying this stuff much for a while. Our first stop from here is a longtime friend of mine. Her name is Miss Jana. And
3 volts.
she's just lovely. Her husband's name is Joe.
Stabilized.
And they live up in Live Oak, Florida. Beautiful. Extreme northern Florida, very near the Georgia-Florida border. And the significance of that is that they get 3 seasons. We almost get 3 seasons down here. It gets cold up there. It does not. It gets South Kakalaki cold. Yeah, I just love to be able to spin that tail around a little quicker. I guess the trick is just realize its frailty and not screw around and crash it. Not place it in a position where that likely to get screwed up. The sun is swinging around, so it's coming further right, to my right, as each day goes on. This is there again, the first fledgling days of spring. And oh, there's my palm tree. I went ahead and cut one of the fronds off. I might even cut that other one off and let it just grow like a son of a gun. I'm not sure if that's going to inhibit its ability to grow properly. But yeah, we're going to go visit them. 2 or 3 days, I think. And then we leave there and go to Marianna, Florida. That's northwest Florida, near Panama City. Then about an hour due west of Alabama. I'm sorry, Huntsville, Alabama, where I was to see a friend of mine. His name is Ox. I don't know if I'm going to see him this time or not. Well, for very long. Yeah, he's a fellow camper, but I think he has an obligation with his rocketry club or something like that. That's what I think. And that's all right. You know, he and I see each other with great frequency. He's came down here twice
7.9 volts.
during bike week to hang out. And that was really nice. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah, Chuckles. Yeah, I just wish I had more control. Whew. And that's on level 3. This thing gets a bath Saturday, along with my, yeah, we've got a little breeze coming here. Along with my truck. They need baths.
7.8 volts.
I'm not exactly certain where I'm going after Alabama. I think perhaps Kentucky. My wife's in charge of all that stuff. I just take care of the equipment. Okay, let's do a George and take this damn thing off of
Stabilization off.
auto funk. But yeah, I got one project today. That's to mow my weeds. I went ahead and had to do some weed killing, which I hate doing, but yeah, it's bad. I'll go ahead and mow,
7.7
and then run the lawnmower out of fuel and make sure the batteries are topped off, and disconnect the positive line, because you lose so much battery every month when you're not running this stuff. Man, that Huey's just beautiful, isn't it? God. And they're going the RCERA, the other company, going in the wrong direction in my opinion. Of course, they know what they're doing, but they're making these ultra micro thingies that I'm not so jazzed about. I guess they're wanting to allow people to fly where they couldn't fly, like in their basement. But I am not so much up for that. I like these bigger scale ones.
No battery.
Yeah, you gotta come in, huh? Alright. I'm gonna screw with you guys. You're gonna fly a little bit more with me as well, because I've got 2 more ships that need to be flown. I think I inadvertently flew one of these down to LVC one time.
Throttle pulley.
Whole lot easier to land it when it's a red light rather than green. Yeah. So Kentucky, then Missouri. Hold on just a second, I gotta shut the camera off. I don't know if I got any on board or not on here. We shall see. My little SQ12 cam is the definition of wonky. Yeah, we've not been to the Arch, and there's a national park right at the Arch, and then right across from the Arch is a casino. They allow you to stay there with your RV. Wifey and I do not gamble. She was a trauma nurse by trade, hospital administrator later on in life. We have no desire to gamble. We want to fly MD-500, I think. Yeah, I need to do some housekeeping here. You know, this thing has the ability to have all kinds of setups, like for favorites and that sort of thing. And right now my favorites file is a little larger than I would like. I need to narrow this stuff down to helicopters only. What else? What else? Yeah, Missouri. And then I'm not exactly, somehow or another we end up in Michigan, and then we'll cut across the border to go annoy my Canadian brethren. Yeah.
Binding.
And she is bound. You want to go for a fly? Let's do. Let's try to remember how to fly. George had noted that he didn't see much difference between the three modes as far as agility, and I definitely notice it. Mine stays in 3. I need full control. And beautiful. I mean, isn't it? What's not to love? Of course, I'll only be flying this a minute or two because I want to keep. Believe it or not, I actually do run out of blather and piffle. Balderdash, poppycock, and nonsense. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do not get the full 14 minutes out of this thing. I have a friend of mine that hooks us up on free Costco and Sam's Club memberships, and I think this year it's Sam's, so we went yesterday to Sam's. Boy, just beautiful. Had to pick up a new vacuum cleaner for the rig. We hate to take the home one with us because it's so big, and we are coming home with Puppy here soon. So we getting a little breezy. We have what they're calling a dry front come through tomorrow. So you can see up there it's starting to get a little windy. I think the bell might not get flown. That's something? Yeah. Glad I got my flying out of the way. I knew it was going to get windy. Yeah, we did that. Did some running around. Got a whole lot of stuff done yesterday. Had to go pick up a friend of mine. His truck broke down on him, and luckily he was able to get it over to the mechanic, so I picked him up there. I bought some new, their Harbor Freight knockoff of a German set of tools, micro drivers. The one I got from our good friends at Amazon was exactly as one of the complainants had noted. You're supposed to get like 8 or 10 bits, and see, isn't that nice? It just spins right around. But in it with 3, so that joker's going back. I think Mom and I, the wifey and I, may take a little trip tomorrow to the Amazon go back locker. I think we got to make one other little stop as well. Yeah, we'll go into Canada somewhere around the Great Lakes, I don't know where. And as such, we will take the cross-Canadian highway to the right and end up back in Toronto and Old Quebec. We were there when the Pope was there last time. Did not have such a great time. It was actually just after the Pope left. It was hot, and yeah. Yeah. Then yeah, I don't know. Ontario, Toronto, Quebec, a bunch of them. Isn't that beautiful? It's beautiful. You see the wind blowing in the trees out in the distance. We're blocked right now. Then eventually we end up in northern Maine, where we stand tight a little bit and go visit our new puppy and take delivery of our new puppy. That's why we had to get a different vacuum cleaner, because we fitted a puppy crate in the closet. We have a walk-in closet, believe it or not, in that monster in the distance. And a puppy crate fits perfectly in there. Dogs are denning animals, and they don't mind puppy crates. They love them, actually. And it keeps you from getting them hurt and by chewing stuff they shouldn't be chewing, and so on and so forth. You want to fly the 206? Let's try the 206. Yeah, I had this on reversed. Now, you know what? I'm not going to do this to y'all. It's horrifying having effectively forced you to sit here and listen to my foolishness for so long. In fact, I think all of y'all should get a medal. What I think. Let's put this thing back together. It's a nice canopy cover, but it is a tad wonky on the old MD500, and you figure I get good at them by now. Guys and gals, as always, many thanks, and shrimp.